Hey, it's Kayla, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be continuing playing This Bed We Made. So this is like a little sneak peek of one of my Halloween looks, because I really like this one, I didn't want to take it off. So anyway, we're just going to get right back into it. I moved back on this side, because I just need like the littlest bit up here. We last left off, we were looking for the screwdriver.
Eugene must be down in Bernard's office. I should go ask him for a screwdriver.
Where do we think the screwdriver is? Did you see that?
Huh. This must be Eugene with his daughter.
She's the one
He
that
looks like a caring father.
Okay, so I didn't do that. Is that Bernard? It's Bernard.
It's, Miss Belivet, isn't it?
What? Oh, Roy.
Oh, right. You're the one who took last week off, aren't you? You had to, take care of your sister, I think?
Mother. My mother. She's very sick.
No, I hope this doesn't become a recurring thing. I need to know I can count on you.
I understand, sir.
What are you doing here, anyway? Are you on break?
We're just cleaning.
Yes, I am.
I can't say I need a screwdriver
Don't take
for
too
what?
long.
No, I won't.
What's going on?
Oh, Andrew.
Sorry.
We just went him. Where did he go?
Seems I've made a habit of sneaking up on you today. Spying on Bernard again?
No, I'm looking for a screwdriver. For the vent. Linda asked Eugene to fix Bernard's window.
Ah, gotcha.
Eugene?
What the... maybe you should go have a look. You know what? I'll stand guard by the elevator and, holler if Bernard approaches.
Was he afraid of
Thanks.
snow?
I'll be quick.
Slow motion is killing me. Come on.
Aha! Let's get you to that vent. Opposing something that could help so many
Dear Mr. Weston, I would
people
like to thank you again
just
for
because
agreeing
it's
to this
close your
partnership between
hotel?
Clarentine Hotel and Weston's
This is
Department Store. Thank you for your generous
ridiculous.
renovations are well underway and the hotel has never looked better. On another note, it's come to my attention that you have formed a group of local businessmen to oppose the construction of new mental hospital. After working so hard to elevate the Clarentine standards, I cannot allow a band of cuckoos to move in my backyard. Should you accept it, it would be an honor and privilege to join your fight. Yours sincerely, Bernard. Handwritten by Eugene. Enjoy the cold, you cold-hearted prick. Yeah. Holy. That's crazy. There's more. I'm gonna get caught. Decide for... It could have been yes! I'm scared. Linda's bra. Oh, there's more. No, I can't. I can't. I'm too scared. There's like two more. Mr. Leduc, my employer has made the following request to avoid unwanted attention. His identity should remain secret to both guests and staff. This temperature in room 602 should be kept exactly at 22 degrees Celsius. His dog should be fed the very best roast beef. His room should be cleaned every day at 11:30 on the dot. Eggs should be banned from his room service orders. No one should disturb him between the hours of 4 and 5. More requests More requests shall follow once my employer takes possession of his room. Thank you. So that's the mystery person. Alright, I need to get out of here because I'm getting stressed. I don't see anything else. Do you see anything else?
Do you remember that loose tile from last week?
Yes?
Well, I'm afraid it hasn't been properly repaired.
What do you mean?
I mean that, it's still broken, sir. Someone put a rug on top of it, but you can still hear it crack. I'm just checking to make sure guests don't trip over it.
Is that part of your job description?
No, it isn't, sir.
Well, then I suggest you stop worrying about Miss Belivet. What were you doing in my office?
I was simply closing the door. Someone left it ajar.
Really? But that doesn't explain what you're doing on this floor. You know very well the cleaning staff isn't supposed to wander around the lobby for no reason. You wouldn't be lying to me, would you, Miss Belivet?
No.
Maybe I
No,
should
I
have said
swear,
It's my fault, sir. I spilled my coffee, and so I asked Sophie to come clean it up.
Your coffee? Mr. Rossi, you're not supposed to have beverages at the front desk.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Come with me.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
sorry.
How was I supposed to explain a screwdriver? You messed up while talking. No! Wait, what did that just say? Oh my god, wait. Should I redo it? Should I try to redo it? But how do you explain a screwdriver? I'm a nurse. I'm a maid. What would I need a screwdriver for? It says 44.8% of players have messed up. So it's not like a total minimal amount. I knew it was a bad idea, but like I feel like the screwdriver wasn't a good idea either. So like, what am I?
What's that? Nothing. It's nothing.
So, you wanted to talk to me?
Right. Yes. Yes, I did. To be honest, I'm a little worried about you, Andrew. Oh? You know, I appreciate your efficiency. I told you that before, but you're so uptight. Cigarette? No. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Your perfect choir boy routine works well with...
What is he, his father?
What about outside of work? Do you ever unwind? Of course I do, sir. I like to read and go to movie theater. No, that's not what I mean. Do you have any lady friends? You're not a homosexual, are you? What? No, sir. Actually, there's a girl here that I quite like. Really? Well, I wouldn't usually condone relationships between staff and guests, but... No. She's not a guest. She works here. Oh, Andrew. Some of the women here may be good looking, but trust me, a working woman's nothing but trouble. Once they get their first
Keep
job,
forgetting they
they
don't
start
like
having all these
gay
funny
people
ideas about women's liberation.
in the time period.
Just look at Elizabeth. Well, she's very easy on the eyes, isn't she? But
Who's
Myra,
Elizabeth, the desk
she'll
person?
push you around for the rest of your life. Now, what you need is a nice girl to
I feel
wait
like
for
it's
you at
us.
home with a good meal cooking on the stove. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, I guess. You know what? I get all these resumes from young women looking for their first job. Some of them even leave a picture. Why don't you take a minute to look at them? I'm sure if you find one you like, you could convince her she doesn't need to work after all.
Well, she would kind of have to. I don't mean to complain, sir, but I
can we possibly support two people with like
Yeah.
different ages? Oh, well, if you find yourself a girl you like, I'll give you a raise. How does that?
Eh,
Okay. I guess I'll have a look. Then go ahead. What? Right now? Yes, right now. There's no time like the present, is there? Aren't they nice? Yeah, very nice.
okay, but why couldn't the person he likes just quit and then he could get a raise? I had to pay attention in case he like gets up. Is that it?
I should move on with the investigation. Can't have Andrew's sacrifice be in vain.
Okay, I guess that's it.
Oh?
Oh,
Oh. No, you're right. That shouldn't be there.
hi Beth.
I'll have someone...
Can I help?
No, we don't offer that service, unfortunately. Yes, it would be nice if we did, but we don't. The Queen's Summit? No, I've never been there.
That puddle still here that I was supposed to mop? How did he even trip
This
on
leak
that?
really needs to be fixed.
A trip?
I hope the
Oh.
weather doesn't make it worse.
Oh, did I even have to walk around the front? What's down here again? The kitchen. Oh, Bobby, I feel that I need good knives in the kitchen.
Bobby made it very clear he doesn't like anyone walking into his kitchen uninvited.
Just checking while we're here. You never know.
I'm done, okay? I give up. Bye. I'm leaving
We get to meet him?
right now.
Bobby made it very clear he doesn't
Alright.
like anyone walking
Alright,
into his
we'll go back to
kitchen
work.
uninvited.
See, I knew I probably shouldn't have lied, but like... Maybe I should have said that I needed a screwdriver the second time? I don't know. This makes me nervous. Why does it look like we're standing outside? That felt weird. Wrong way.
Oh, I guess I'm free to disturb room 508 now. But that's where Bernard and Linda were.
Ew. Let's get this over with. Got it. Think someone's gonna sneak up behind us. More codes. I don't know where my notepad went. Shoot. Haha. Found it. Oh my god, she wrote on it for us? Awesome. M? No. M? E? 17 meet me. H? No. Tomorrow? My? Meet tomorrow at my room? You want to That's not it. I just know what to type in. Oh, that's not. That's not. That's wrong. No, that's right. Oh, tonight. Another day. In my room, Michael will be sleeping. That's it. Leaving the person. Michael will be sleeping. Michael? Okay. We need to discuss.
Meet
Our
me tonight
plan.
in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
It's me.
Hey, you got anything good for me?
Yeah, but I also wanted to thank you for saving my skin earlier.
Oh, no problem.
I hope I didn't get you into too much trouble.
I wasn't in trouble, per se, but I did have a pretty awkward conversation with Bernard.
Oh,
Very awkward.
I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. It was just weird. He asked all kinds of personal questions. That's just so unlike him, you know? But it's alright. I'd rather have that than his usual sermons. Anyway, did you manage to open the vent? What was in it?
I found another message written in secret code.
And?
It says, "Meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan."
Who's Michael? A guest's husband?
I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing of a Michael in this story.
Yeah, the cast keeps getting bigger. I'll just check the logbook.
Then nobody walks in the door.
There's a Michael staying in room 507.
Mrs. Beaumont's room? But she doesn't have a husband. She's here alone with... Oh! Michael must be her son. I got him some extra blankets the other day so he could build a fort.
That's really nice of you. So, Mrs. Beaumont is linked to the cruises, huh? I have a feeling we may be approaching the climax of this story.
I guess I should go have a look at 507, but it's not on my list. There's a do not disturb sign on the door.
How about I call up there? You know, to make sure no one's home.
Good idea.
Just a sec.
Sounds like a bad idea.
Well, it looks like the room is ready for your snooping, my lady.
Thank you, good sir. I'll call you back.
Now take your papers. Take your papers. Should I throw them away? Did I even do my job? 508's on my list, but I need to go to 509. Hold on, I'm dumb. 507. And where I got 509. Where's 7? Stress. This is stressing me out. Okay. There's the fort.
Mr. Cruz, huh?
Cannot clean anything up.
Oh, Michael. Adults can be so confusing.
Dad, I'm sorry,
I
but
promise, it's not you.
Dad, I'm sorry, but Mom asked me not to tell you the name of our hotel. She allowed me to talk about our room, though. We have 2 little beds, a radio, and even a television. Mom let me build a fort, and the maid brought us extra blankets. She's really nice. The hotel is nice, too, but I miss home. I wish Mom and you could be happy, and I wish everything could go back to the way it was before, but Mom says it's impossible. She says she no longer loves you. Do you think she'll ever stop loving me, too? Oh, Michael, he signed his name. The fastest way on rails through the Midwest.
So you were eager to set up a meeting, but didn't want anyone noticing.
I hope you are well in spite of the circumstances. We've been on the train for 2 days now. It's a long ride, made even longer by the fact I cannot wait to see you again. We are scheduled to arrive in Montreal on the eve of Valentine's Day. I booked room 509. It's a marital suite. When we arrive, please refrain from talking to me until I can figure out a safe way to see each other. Say hello to Michael for me, M. Mrs. Beaumont. Clarington Hotel, 1178 Drummond Street, Montreal. To Anne Bursey, subject Michael's withdrawal from school. Dear Mrs. Bursey, we have successfully processed your request to withdraw your son, Michael Bursey, from his school's schedule and system under the agreement that you will continue his education from home. Following this letter, you will receive the list of books and school materials you need to purchase in order to follow the curriculum from home. A social worker will be in touch to help you understand our milestones so that your son can benefit from our programs from the comfort of his home. Thank you for thinking of your son's education, Director Donald Byron.
Sounds like this is from your school days, but the name of the sender is smudged.
6, 1945. Dear Anne, you were right. I miss the snow already. It's so hot right now in Texas, it's quite a shock after the cool weather of Montreal. My family's never seen snow before, and I could not find the words to tell them how beautiful it is. They don't understand what they are missing. I wish I could build my brothers a snowman like the one we built together a few weeks ago. I know it's childish, but I had not had that much fun in years. Christmas was exhausting, 9 days of eating, singing, dancing. It's great fun, but I'm glad it's over so I can rest a little. Of course, celebrations will resume for New Year, but it gives me hope. It gives me a few days to relax. How are things going with your family? I know you don't get along well, but I hope you are still able to have a good time. I will leave for Montreal on the 8th. I cannot wait to be back. I miss finding black cat hairs all over my clothes. I miss our late-night studying sessions at Harry's. I even miss Sister Miller's classes, if you can believe it. I will see you soon. Warm wishes.
Aha! Keys are Snoop's best friend.
I don't want to take the key. What?
Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all locked. The key.
See, but she
has to
doesn't
be
put the
around
keys
here somewhere.
back. She keeps the keys. Oh, that one lets me put it back.
I'll need
Oh.
another key to unlock this.
Come
Haven't I
on.
seen one just like this? So a husband can abuse his wife and just get away with it? And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong?
Richard and Carter, attorneys at law. Dear Anne, I have met with Lewis and he has asked me to give you the enclosed letter. I think I should reiterate that some of your accusations, such as wife abuse, are not grounds for divorce in Quebec. I understand you are hurt, but I do not think antagonizing your husband is very wise at the moment. Do not forget to be in court at 11 a.m. on the 20th. Be on time. Also, a friendly reminder that my fees for January need to be paid before the end of this month. I'm happy to help you out, but I cannot work pro bono on this. Sincerely, Howard. Is that, Cruz? Is that him? I left the door open again. That's Hector, not Howard.
Ah, that's so sweet.
Dear Sophie,
I didn't do much, but I'm glad it meant something to you.
Dear Sophie, thank you so much for taking care of our room every day and bringing us extra sheets. Michael and I wanted to give you a little something before we left. I can't take it now.
That look in your eyes. What does it mean?
You don't need
And
to.
who is this from?
I need to wait. I keep talking too fast. You don't need to know my name, but you've seen me. I've recognized that look in your eyes when you checked in. You and I don't need to make a fuss out of this. You keep your wits about you, and I'll do the same. I think it's Bernard. The wind in the leaves that day made a sound that really... Nope. The wind in the leaves that day made a sound that sounded like... Really, Anne? The winds in the leaves that day made the tree whistle a soft melody that came to my ear. I remember every part of this day, for it was the day we met. Jesus, this is bad. I was looking for my cat when I heard the sound of the leaves blowing in the wind like a melody to my ear on the summer day where I met you. This letter has been sent to you and has been around the world 3 times. The one who breaks the chain will have bad luck. Mr. Smith received this letter in 1953, made 33 copies, and sent them 3 days later. He won the lottery. Mr. Jones received it in 1956, made 33 copies, and sent them. 3 days later, he discovered an old treasure in his backyard. Mr. Williams received the letter and burned it. His wife and 3 kids died in a fire that very night. Mr. Green forgot the letter in a drawer and lost his job. When he found the letter again, he got a better job than before. In no case should this chain be broken. Make 33 copies and send them. You will experience great joy within 3 days. I don't know where we've seen the key. feel like I'm supposed to remember that. Or Eve.
Bridget Boswell. Didn't I say that name somewhere earlier?
Hmm. Did I read this? Yeah. I don't know where the thing is that you're talking about.
Looks like someone grew tired of looking at your face, Mr. Beaumont.
Hmm. It's the ring.
He's all but outright threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible.
I just met with your damn lawyer. You've got some balls to accuse me of all that. As if you're so irreproachable yourself. Do you think I don't know where you spend your nights? But worst of all is that you won't let me see my son. You won't even tell me where he is. If you think you have a chance to get custody, you really don't know me well. I won't let you take Michael away from me.
A lovely shade of lipstick.
Little toy boot. Oh, no, we're not cleaning it. We were never here. And where did we see the other? Let me see if I can put that other key back, because I didn't see that as an option before. So if I could put the key back, I will. But it didn't give me an option to put the key back. Oh. There it is. Thank God. That was stressing me out last time so much. I don't remember if that was open or closed. That's not what it meant to do. Well, I need that. Did she do hide it in the closet? Hill.
That key looks so familiar. Why do I associate it with room 505?
I didn't know that was an option at the bottom right. I forgot. I don't know if this was on my list, but it's clean now. Turn the light off. Was that on my list? Now it's clean again. 505, isn't that guy's room? Yeah. That's the room key. Is it in here, is it? Oh, I'm in the way. So that might have been open when I came in. That was the dog, right? He doesn't have the dog, right? No. Where's the dog? Why do you associate it with this room? It's not the key.
Think, Sophie. Where have you seen a key like that one before?
Is it?
In a safe?
Is it in the safe? Oh.
There you are. With Marcella. God knows where she is.
Why can't I exit?
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew.
Sophie, crazy timing. I've got something for you.
Oh, what is it?
I heard a certain Mr. Cruz and a Mr. Morgan had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who told you that?
Jacques did. Apparently, it got so heated he had to get involved. And it sounds like we were on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Can you guess what it is?
Affair?
Exactly.
How bad was the fight?
I think Jacques got in the middle of it before it got too intense, but he said Mr. Cruz looked like he was about to kill Mr. Morgan. So Mrs. Cruz must be having an affair with him, right? And her husband found out?
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
What about the second one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that open a chest with 2 locks? Okay, there's definitely something going on between them.
I think they're having an
I
affair.
think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
Really? Well, it is the 1950s after all. I guess anything's possible. Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean, I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's probably more likely.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Probably.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, if you get me a candle and some plaster, I may be able to do something about that chest.
How?
I'll tell you later, okay? Just find those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I can.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
I would never give up on you.
I should have chose Beth. Sorry, I forgot I muted my mic before. Nope. Do I need the key too? I'm pretty sure he's gonna make us a key. Oh, I have the key. Duh. Okay, moving on. So I need, what did he say, plaster and a candle? Or is that over here? Do I have to go downstairs?
Great. This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs?
I don't remember. As long as we don't run into Bernard, I don't care. Did that look like it was shining? No. Lost the ball. Okay. I froze. Oh no. Okay. No more run-ins with Bernard.
Candles, candles, candles. I think Rebecca keeps a stash of them, but where?
Did we go on Andrews before?
Figures that if you were going to break any rules, it'd be the ones about which. What happened to you before you came to Montreal? Why don't you want to go back home?
Hello, my little... October 31st, 1957. Hello, my little ravioli. I hope this letter finds you well. I've been thinking about you a lot, praying for you every Sunday and more. You're always on my mind. I hope you still like Montreal. I heard it's getting really cold up there. Don't go out without a jacket and gloves. I know, you always rolled your eyes at me whenever I said that, but frostbites are no joke. I'm hoping you're right back soon. The boys have been asking about you, and even though you think they like to make fun of you, I know they really do miss you. Everyone misses you. Nobody cares about what happened except you, my darling. Just come home whenever you're done doing what you're doing. I keep telling your father that God had the boldest plans for you and that it's his problem if he can't see that. I've always seen it, my angel. Marcia at the grocery store says, let go and let God. I trust your faith, my son, I really do. Wherever it takes you, so long as you find your way back home. I'll cook you a real ossobuco when you do. That's something you can't find in Montreal. God is by your side. I love you, Ma. Oh.
Andrew? Gosh, I hardly recognized you. Guess this is from a different lifetime.
Apparently. Alright, Andrew. I don't want to snoop through everybody's stuff. We need to find Rebecca's locker. I feel bad. Well, why is that my job? Oh. Well, why is it my job if these people want to throw hands? Why do I have to clean up their mess? That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think the lockers are that way, are they? They're over here. Why is it my job? I'd like to know that. If you want to be messy, why do I have to clean up your mess? Susan, Carol, Victoria. Isn't hers like right here? Rebecca.
So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it?
Rebecca, the kitchen is out of power again and I can barely see a thing. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping off my fingers for that blowhard. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage? I remember you saying you never wanted to be caught in the dark basement again. Where's your stash? It's urgent, please, Bobby. Rebecca, the VIP in guest room 602 is getting on my nerves. He keeps ordering food that's not on the menu. We don't usually do special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we make all of his wishes come true. Do I look like a goddamn genie? That's not even the worst of it, though. Every night he barges in the kitchen as if he was at home asking for meat for his precious little terriers. Who feeds dogs? $4 roast beef. I can't even afford $4 roast beef for myself, Bobby. Okay, well, where's the... Where's the candles?
I'm good.
Think Bobby has the candles? Ha.
No candles, but this looks like the laundry room.
Is there dishes in his locker? Is this the laundry room? No, this is maintenance.
It's locked.
Wrong direction. There's the laundry room.
Oh, right. My keys are still in the break room.
Where did I get the master key from? The break room?
Wendy, where are you going? What do you want? Are you scared to apologize? You do all the time.
Personal hygiene thing. I'm gonna add. Whoever keeps stealing my lunch, I want my Tupperwares back, Susan. Where are my keys? Is my gossip
Don't worry,
magazine?
gossiper. I'm coming back to you.
There it is.
Still haven't learned all of Grace. Gotta hold on to these tight.
I might have to change these. These are like really tight and they're like driving me crazy.
It would make sense for Rebecca to keep her candles by her workstation.
Isn't...
Ooh, is this a
movie script? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay. We're looking for candles. Why was there an interaction option? Don't tell me I have to check all these. We've got a candle.
Stash uncovered. Reb, you won't mind if I just take... Got a candle. Now, what next?
Okay, there's only like 3 more. Let's check them all. There we go. Could be something interesting. I need to put the master key back now. I don't know where I got that from. Like, I know it was somewhere down here, but like... where? Rebecca, the washing machines are not broken. The problem comes from the pipes. They're completely frozen. It's only a matter of time before they burst and flood the entire basement. I warned Bernard about this issue last winter, but of course he only cares about renovating the parts of the hotel the guests can see. Behind that nice facade, everything is crumbling. I'll see what I can do, but it's not maintenance we need. It's a freaking miracle. I think it'll be better for Eugene anyway to not work here anymore, because how could you work for someone that doesn't care about your daughter's mental illness?
Mr. VIP is really getting to Bobby.
Rebecca, I confess I'm about to commit murder. I don't care who he is, how rich he is, how famous he is. The The VIP guest in 602 is a goddamn psycho. He ordered room service this morning, but somehow the plates got mixed up and he received eggs instead of pancakes. It happens, right? Well, the man rushed to the kitchen in a frenzy and yelled at us for 10 minutes straight, saying eggs are disgusting and he hates them. I should have told him he's disgusting and I hate him. I thought of spitting in his next meal, but before leaving, he swore he'd never order anything from our kitchen ever again. Without the shadow of a doubt, this is the worst establishment I have ever visited, he said in his pompous accent. If he ever sends his clothes downstairs to be cleaned, can you be a good friend and stitch all of his pockets? Any other form of sabotage would do too. I know you're creative. Just be careful not to arouse too much suspicion. Bobby.
Let's see if Andrew is around.
Oh, there he is.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, I remember reading a spy novel, I can't remember the title, it wasn't that good, in which they used wax and plaster to make a key mold. I'm thinking we could do the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Sure? No. In the novel, they used a special kind of wax, not candle wax. But I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this, shall we? First step.
Oh my god, this is cool.
Pour the wax, I suppose. Careful though, the pot's probably hot.
Hold on. Why isn't this working?
That's it. Nicely done. Better. Next step, put the key in the wax, right? Looks good. Pretty sure you can take it out now. I think we're almost done. All that's left is to pour the plaster from the cup into the mold. Good job. So now we wait until it's dry, I guess.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
A few minutes, probably.
Maybe like an
We
hour.
can poke it every now and then to check.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
No. But I like it. I feel like I'm in one of those novels I spend my days reading.
Have you ever read banned books?
What do you mean?
You know, books banned by the church. I heard, Copernicus is a pretty interesting read.
Huh. Funny you should say that. It's on my list, actually. Although I can confirm it takes a more scientific mind than mine to enjoy it.
I suppose there's a reason why those books are illegal, right?
Well, the church did persecute Galileo for saying the Earth revolved around the sun, and not the other way around. So, even as a man of the cloth, I don't mind saying their judgment isn't always the best.
What, you're a priest?
A man of the cloth? Wait, you're a priest?
Technically, no. I've gone through most of the classes, but I left the seminary before taking holy orders.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, I think you're the first person here that I've told.
I really can't imagine you in robes. Actually, I can't imagine you in anything but this uniform.
Yeah, I guess we've never seen each other outside of work, huh? Maybe we should grab a coffee one day? I could tell you all about the exciting things that happened at the seminary.
Would be nice.
Yeah, I think I'd like
I
that.
think Sophie needs a
Awesome.
little happiness in her life.
The corner cafe is not too far from here. Why don't we meet after work one of these evenings?
That sounds
cute.
great.
Oh, look. I think our key double is dry and ready to go.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Well, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. I should get back upstairs, though. I've been gone far too long already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and you should probably be careful when you turn it. Otherwise, it could break inside the lock.
Oh
Yeah,
god, so
I'll
I'll
be
get to
careful.
ruin it.
Thank you for everything.
You're welcome, Sophie.
Oh, this auto saves. I could have went back and fixed the things I messed up. It's fine. We'll stick with the playthrough. Perfect. No one will ever know. Did I read this? Have you heard there's a famous movie director? No, I need to change my shirt. Hold on. Much better. Have you heard there's a famous movie director staying in 602? Yes, I was there when he checked in. I don't know who he is, but he must be pretty important because Bernard was almost licking his boots. He even let the man bring his dogs in the hotel. Who's S? That's not us. I've heard he's here on a scout, but I'm not sure what it means. Maybe he's making a picture on Boy Scouts? Do you think he'll shoot in the hotel? I hope he does. Imagine we could meet famous actors like James Dean. Let's hope the director has supernatural powers because Dean is very much dead. What? James Dean is dead? There's two ladies. Is that those two girls that are mean?
I've got 2 keys. Now, let's test them out.
Where did we get the master key from? Is it back here? Wasn't it her office? I don't remember. Oh. Perfect. Not trying to get in trouble though, and we are still going for Employee of the Month. I don't think we're gonna get it though, because I screwed up earlier with that screwdriver conversation. I'm supposed to be cleaning the room, so like, why is he like all mad that I was in the elevator coming back down? Like, it's on my list. I'm like totally off of my job here. Seven. 507. Here we go.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Oh.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, we are so going back. I'm not going down for that.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy a new one. I hope you like it and you enjoy. Since then, and since you enjoy then so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. Oh no.
Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
The Postman Always Rings Twice is playing at that theater tonight. It's based on a novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love it, seeing you as you like crime stories and murder so much. Nothing creepy about that. Will you come with me?
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today. All I do is look at your lips and I imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. August 11th, 1946. Dear Anne, I have just heard Doris Day on the radio and it made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it has been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You are always in my head. Everything reminds me of you, not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden, the smell of your shampoo, or when people say the word darling, and I can hear you say it with your lovely French accent. I'm not even going to try to say that. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course I cannot tell them about you. Oh. Even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I am scared that all this time with you is nothing but a dream too good to be true. I'm afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realize you never existed, or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the two of us, so I would know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. I love you, M. They do have a picture. She does. December 29th, 1947. Dear Anne, I am sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months already since I left Montreal? As you always say, "Le temps passe si vite." I don't know how to say that. My parents are glad I am done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. These past few months I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you. We cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it is time for us to go our separate ways. Okay, but, wait. Now. Can we go back? I'm not going down for that broken key. Which one? What time is it? 8:12. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back and play from the basement really quick. I'm not going down for the broken key. So let me just speedrun this really quick. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put the key back. I'm gonna go back up. I'll be right there. I'll be right back. Alright. So this one goes this way. And this one goes this way. I was getting stressed. Now we read them all, so I don't have to like actually read them all. Oh, I didn't see this one. I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I will bring you hot soup after class. Alright. The letter's back. Close it. Okay. Do I need more information? I think I need to go back. Because I don't know the cat's name. Why did that one say selection mode?
Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S.
Maybe that's it?
Riddle's a toughie. Maybe I need a fresh pair of eyes on it.
I'm gonna call Andrew.
I should wait till I have more to report before
Who's the
calling
fresh pair of
Andrew.
eyes on it?
There's no shame in asking for help, Sophie. Two heads are better than one.
Oh, so I
Especially when
had...
dealing with riddles.
Okay. I was thinking I had to figure it out myself for a second. What? What am I asking? Why am I stuck upstairs? Oh, was I supposed to call him in here?
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew. Got a minute?
I always have time for you.
I opened the chest in room 507.
Huh. It worked.
Yeah, I really wasn't sure, but our little key's sturdier than it looks.
Yeah. So, what's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
That's awesome. I love riddles. Tell me, which part's causing you trouble?
Unlike my favorite bar.
Unlike my favorite bar,
It's the cat's
this
name,
one was black.
right?
Do you know what this could mean?
This really isn't my area of expertise.
It's the cat.
Hey, Beth, you know bars, right?
I know it's the white bar.
Not all of them.
What about one that has a color in its name? Like the Orange Chair or the Blue Lagoon or something?
Well, there's the white cat, but I don't think that's your
I
crowd.
knew that.
Oh, it's not for me, but thanks. Did you get that, Sophie?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
I had that. That's not an option.
But I'm not sure I understand what it means.
The cat.
Well, if her favorite bar is indeed the white cat, then it means we're looking for...
A black
black
cat.
cat.
Yeah.
Exactly. So maybe you should
She
look
has a
around to
black
see if there's some reference to a black cat in
I
Mrs.
did.
Beaumont's stuff.
Okay, I will.
Is there anything else?
That's all. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm just glad I could finally put my riddle-solving skills to good use. Call me when you've opened that case.
You know I will.
I already knew all of that. I don't like looking them up, but I don't want to sit here and be like, I don't know the cats. I was already been doing that for probably like an hour. I hope it wasn't an hour. I'm 2 hours in. What? Oh my god, I'm blind. It says there's a cat collar on the bed. Oh my god. Greta. It's Greta. I can't. Nah. Got it. Should I shut the door? Oh, fun. My type of writer. You solved Ann's riddle and opened the case in room 509.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
My god. September 27, 1957. Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. Oh my god, this is the guy. I had always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other. I'd never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear from him soon. He's dead, isn't he? Or he doesn't want to see him. After my discharge, I want to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Bridget was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient, resourceful man and never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you, Paul.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this.
Mm.
Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Dear Marcella, November 8th, 1957. Dear Marcella, so this is a month or two later. Thank you for answering my letter. I realize now how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. I want to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now as I can barely pay the rent. That's why I sold this medal. I guess I will have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried getting some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn where I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you all of this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life, and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already. Paul.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
So a month later. December 5th? Exactly a month later. No, 3 days. Never mind. December 5th, 1957. Dear Marcella, I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago, before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you, Paul. That's it.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
I thought I just read that. I just read all of them. Oh. Oh, did I read them backwards? I did read them backwards. No! Okay, these are older then. Dear Marcella, February 4th, 1956. Dear Marcella, or should I say Bridget, you know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at a train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date, at the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter. The letter that painted our relationship is nothing more than a summer fling. At first I could not believe you had written those words, then I waited in vain for your answer, and had to accept your love for me had never been real. For many years I was broken-hearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, our attraction, and made many wrong decisions, but this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you are well, and I'm happy to see you accomplish your dream of becoming a writer. Très sincèrement. I don't know if that's how you say that.
Anne, murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
March 25th, 1956. Dear Marcella, I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and it hits me frequently. I'm willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice Again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lena Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonitory? To answer your question, I still do have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you're able to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. Très sincèrement, A.P.S. Do you think that secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed? Oh wait. Do you remember that secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during her class? I still do in the secret language.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
August 10th, 1957. Dear Marcella, thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause him. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you will consider it. Très sincèrement, and P.S. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Bridget Boswell, to recognize you on the street, to recognize you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Like 4 months later? No. 5 months later. January 13th, 1958. Dear Marcella, I left the house, I left Louis, I couldn't take it anymore, I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. Tracy Sermont, and P.S. I wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont.
So this was all a story about star-crossed lovers, with the lovers in question being Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Actually, I think I can help with that.
Really? How?
Well, some mail just arrived here for Mrs. Beaumont.
I wonder what's in it.
Me too.
Should we open it?
Well, that's illegal, isn't it? But sometimes the mail arrives a little damaged, you know? Oops.
So?
It's a tourism pamphlet for California and 3 train tickets. What do you think this means?
I'd say Anne and Marcella are probably planning to run away from their husbands. Those train tickets must be for them and Michael.
So you're on a first-name basis now, huh?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah, like characters in a book. I have to say, though, I'm still a bit confused as to how Paul fits into all of this.
Turns out he's a big fan of Marcella.
He is? Why?
She writes pulp fiction under his pseudonym. I think her books gave Paul a chance to get out of his own head while he was staying in a psychiatric hospital.
I get it. Books have always been a way to escape for me, too. But why did he have pictures of you?
We'll probably never know. I think the trail ends here.
I guess investigations in real life always have some loose ends. I was kinda hoping we'd have this big third act reveal, to be honest.
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
That's for sure. It helped me understand you better, too.
Oh?
Why you snoop, I mean. Piecing together people's stories, learning what makes them tick. It makes you realize we may have more in common than it seems.
Should we ask him?
You're right. Which is why the next story I'd like to learn is yours, Andrew.
Oh? Am I gonna find you snooping through my apartment next?
No.
I would love to share my story with you, Sophie. You're the first person in a long time who's made me feel like I can. Would you come and see me when your shift ends? We could leave together, if you'd like.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
I guess that wouldn't be so bad. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
Oh, I wouldn't be sleeping. I've got a reading list the size of the Eiffel Tower. This would be the perfect chance to put a dent in it.
That does sound like fun. I could bring my magazines and, ooh, maybe light some of Rebecca's candles.
Now I kinda hope we do get stuck here.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
I'm gonna throw these away. Because I feel like we're done with them, and that's kind of something I shouldn't leave out in the open. Going to close this. We're going to get out of here. Okay, so here's the deal. This is over 2 hours right now. It's 2 hours and 13 minutes counting. I'm pretty sure like a solid 20 minutes or more is me looking for that stupid cat collar. So we're gonna see if I can just finish it. If it ends up being like 4 hours, Then I'll cut it in half. I know I'm like jumpy. Like, I can't help that. But as long as you can hear me, that's the main thing that matters. I don't know what's up with the internet. What is stinging? I'm stressed. Hold on, I need to check my... Oh, why can't I click on that? I want to click on... I know, I'm scared. Oh god. Is that blood? Oh my god, is somebody laying in the door? Is it Bernard? Don't touch him. Don't touch him. No. Don't touch him.
Mr. Cruz?
Oh, no, it's not.
Mr. Cruz. Oh god. Oh god. What happened?
I don't want to touch it. No.
Just stop for a second, Sophie.
No, I don't want to touch
They're
it.
Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
I don't know the date.
Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
He had a gun. I don't remember hearing a gunshot. February 16, 1958. Dear Mr. Cruz, thank you for reporting that guest's unacceptable behavior. We will look into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge a guest's personal information, regardless of that guest's behavior. As I'm sure you will understand, we are very concerned with our guest's privacy, and our staff prides itself on its discretion. Please contact us should that guest bother you again. Yours sincerely, Bernard Leduc, Hotel Manager. Get away from the body. Call Andrew. Oh my god. Stairs are this way. Phone is off the limits. I don't want to follow the blood.
I knew blocking the stairs would be a bad idea.
Well, we're definitely ending it. Hector was working for Anne and I'm confused. What was he? A lawyer? This is the room I first cleaned. I didn't know I could go back in here. Somebody owed money. I never found out who that was.
Hello? Is anyone in? Hello? I need help.
Why are we touching everything? Hell no.
A, B, and Beaumont.
Just crouch and hide in the corner. Don't touch anything. Pearls? Aren't they Marcella's?
I have to get the power back on.
Oh, oh. Wait, that's up here. This camera.
The fuse box.
Yeah.
Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far.
Shit, I shouldn't have went this way. Ah! No, I'm really far away. I wasn't thinking of that. I was thinking it was downstairs. I honestly thought that was Bernard for a second. I didn't even remember what he looked like. Oh my god.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something.
Dude, I'm gonna have to go
Here.
back to the ice picks.
I don't think there's anything here that would help me.
No.
Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box?
An ice pick, right? Right? Yeah. That's what I. A lock pick. Oh, is that out here? A yo-yo. We need a yo-yo. That's what it is. We're gonna have to take like an ice pick or something. And there's blood coming out of that. I don't want to touch that. Do they do fingerprints, I think, here. This time period. So, I don't want to touch anything. There it is.
Okay. This looks like something I can use to open the fuse box.
If his body's gone, I'm gonna lose it. Actually, I'm not. That's better. But that, I don't want... I just... Bad ideas. Close the door behind me.
It's too big. That worked, thank God.
Uh,
Now, to get the power back. Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now.
There's a power outage and I'm busy preventing another...
Your note will have to make do.
If there's a power outage and I'm busy preventing another part of this hotel from collapsing, here's what to do. Check fuse box, plan for required amperage of each socket, remove all blown fuses from sockets, tip, blown fuses are usually blackened, screw in new fuses in sockets, make sure amperage is correct, flick big lever to restore power. Okay, so the black one... Okay, so there were some fuses around
This is
here.
what I need.
I don't think there's anything here that would help me.
Are these the right ones? I'm guessing. Okay, 15. So we need fuse A here. And then we need... Oh, no. We need... 30... Fuse G. I only picked up 3. Why are there so many options? And we need fuse S, I'm guessing. Yeah. Ooh. Stress. Call
Power's back.
Andrew.
Now, I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
He's gone. He's gone. How do you even...
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
I don't know. Is there anything I've forgotten? I have a fake key on me. Maybe I should put the ice pick back. I should put the ice pick back. I don't know if I put the screwdriver back. Unless I'm not on a time limit. I don't want to hold any weapons here. Although I think you could tell it's like a gunshot or something. Am I stepping in the blood? What's that?
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
February 14th. Montreal's much bigger than I had expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely, and that feeling was only exacerbated this morning by the fact that everyone around me was speaking a language I could not understand. I bought an English/French dictionary at the train station, but I don't think I'll need it after all. English speakers seem more common in the downtown area, thank God. The hotel is nice. When I arrived, the whole staff was busy getting ready for some big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcella enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realized today's Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone in a flash, and I was left feeling more alone than ever, wishing Lindsay was here with me. Helping Marcella out these past weeks has been a great distraction, but it still hurts so much every time I think about him. I had hoped the pain would have gone by now. I'll probably need a double dose of Milton to sleep tonight.
So Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away. That's why he was observing us.
February 15th. Today I wanted to follow Marcella and Hector out of the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab, and that's when I realized I was all out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment, and the hotel room was more expensive than I had anticipated. I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. It was hard letting it go after so many years, and yet it also felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign I shouldn't be holding on to the past so much. To fight boredom until Marcella and Hector's return, I started looking at the hotel's staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at the reception desk discussing books and movies. They both seemed like nice people. I wish I had found the courage to join their conversation. When you look at people all day and they never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed that Sophie, the maid in charge of cleaning the 5th floor, seems to share my interest for other people's lives. Maybe I should try talking to her. Not anymore if you're a murderer.
Paul was hiding out right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
February 16th. Who's sneaking out of the room every night? The question has been driving me crazy since my first night at the hotel, so tonight I decided to investigate. I found a hiding spot near the ice machine with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera's at the ready, but there's been no movement for at least 3 hours, and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. No need for Milton tonight. I thought being a detective would be more exciting. Maybe Marcella's right. Maybe it's time I let go of Mr. Spade.
9:45? So Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
I awoke around 9:30 a.m. and I realized I had fallen asleep sometime in the early morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guest from room 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She's been there ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently, she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. The guest from 507, I've learned her name is Anne, has just said she might have an idea on how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Maybe I should... Oh my god, that's where it ends.
Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
November 22nd, 1957. Dear Paul, I am sorry to hear you are in such a dire situation. You seem to possess a lot of useful skills, and it's a shame employers cannot see past your medical history, but don't despair. I've been writing novels for almost 8 years now. My publisher takes most of the sales revenue, but I was still able to collect a substantial sum of money over the years. Now I would like to use that money to hire you. I'm getting tired of romance novels, and I'm thinking of branching out into crime fiction. As a sort of research, I would like you to follow me around town and take notes of my comings and goings. I'm aware this is a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I believe you would make a great private detective. In addition to your salary, I would cover all work-related expenses, and you would, of course, be the first to read the manuscript once it's finished. Sincerely, Marcella.
Paul really got into his role.
Why did they take like 6 months? Dear Paul, I hope spying on me isn't proving too exhausting. You've really inspired me so far, and I already have tons of ideas. The trench coats you bought were a nice touch. You look straight out of a film noir. I also noticed you started smoking. It's probably another way for you to get into character, but maybe that's pushing it a little too far. You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. At this rate, I should be able to start writing in 2 or 3 weeks. Thanks again for your help, Marcella. Paul, why did you...
Followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Oh. Paul, why did you follow me to Montreal? As I already told you, I do not require your services anymore. I'm starting to worry you are taking your role a bit too seriously. You are not a real detective. You have to let go. Is this his hiding spot? That makes a little more sense. Can I put the screwdriver back? Does the door stop shutting on him? Where's Paul? Oh, what on earth happened? I was on the 5th floor and heard the elevator door ringing repeatedly, so I went to check it out. I found Hector's body between the elevator doors, lying in a pool of blood. I checked his pulse and couldn't feel anything. On his person were 2 pieces of paper, a letter from Bernard and a copy of Hector's life insurance policy. My head is swirling with questions. What does it all mean? How did it happen? How did this happen? Who could have done this to Hector if this was in fact someone else's doing? Okay, I think that's it. I mean, I would have thrown everything away from the door and ran down the stairs, but that's just me. I think I'm done everything. I don't want to go in, I'm kind of scared. Alright, I think we're good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Power's out down here? No, that doesn't make any sense. Oh.
Andrew? Where is everyone?
Oh god. That doesn't sound like... That doesn't seem very good. Oh my god, I hope they're not like at gunpoint or something.
Anybody down here?
Oh, of course. Well, can we try to call the police at least? Someone's gonna jump at us.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you.
Why is it frozen?
Now, I just have to wait for the police.
Should have looked around first.
Why does the VIP want
To all
meet
reception staff,
Paul?
discard previous instructions or
Maybe
prestigious
he fell for
guests.
his role playing and wants to hire him as a private investigator.
Okay. To all reception staff, discard previous instructions. Our prestigious guest has expressed the desire to meet the guest from 505. I cannot fathom what such an illustrious man wants from such a freak. But if you see him, please direct him towards my office. Thank you, Bernard. Oh, was there more?
Bernard really wants Paul out of the
I have heard
hotel.
more reports on the guest from 505 and his strange behavior, following people around, spying on guests, etc. As you are all aware, we have a very prestigious guest in room 602. Do you think I should throw out those photos? No need for a stay out or just inform the guest at 505 he must vacate his room as possible. Oh, wait. Wait. Okay, I know this is kind of cheating, but I feel like I should go back.
So Anne and Marcella really are planning to run off together. Is this the brochure Andrew was
Hold on.
talking about?
Hold on.
The one that came in the mail for Anne?
I'm still going back, I'm sorry. If the police are gonna try to arrest us and they're gonna say, oh, we have photos of you snooping through the people's stuff, and that we can't. We at least have to get rid of the photos of us. I feel a little better now that those photos are gone. Okay. Hopefully they don't see them in the garbage. Okay, so this is the part where he's saying he's a freak and stuff.
Bernard really wants Paul out of the hotel. Now, I just have to wait for the police.
Okay, and then these are their tickets.
So Anne and
for the
Marcella really
railroad.
are planning to run off together.
Is it in their name?
Was what happened to Hector part of their plan?
They're gonna go to California. Oh, thank God.
Hey, you're here. I've tried restoring the power, but I think Eugene's the only one with the key to the fuse box, and Sophie? Don't worry. I'll find a way to bring the lights back on. Hey, you look a bit pale. Is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector,
He's back? How's he taking that whole thing with his wife?
you don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Andrew.
Jesus. Maybe you need to sit down, huh?
I just hope I did everything right. We're replaying this if I messed up and she ends up getting like arrested or something.
Did you call the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was he sick or something?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Jesus. Do you think it could be Paul?
I don't know, because he was there and he has a gun, but his gun is in his safe. His camera was there. He was hiding there, but the necklace is there broken. I don't know. Where's he at? Where's everybody at? I've been in all the rooms. And it could be.
I found something on Hector that would point to that. Yes.
On Hector? You mean... You've touched the body?
I mean, yes. Kind of.
Okay. Not a great
Yeah.
idea, but... We'll figure something out. Just... maybe don't mention that to the police, hmm? What did you find?
I found out Hector was trying to get some information on Paul. Plus, we know they fought yesterday. So maybe there was another altercation and Jacques wasn't there to intervene this time.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's an accident. Maybe Paul freaked out
Where
and fled
is
the
he?
scene. He may have spent some time in a psychiatric hospital, but that doesn't mean he's some
He's
dangerous
obsessed
psychopath.
with them, though. I
I
understand.
think I know what you mean. It would be so easy for newspapers to turn this into a cautionary tale
kind of
on the
is a little bit,
dangers
though.
of crazy people.
Exactly. And it would give Bernard and his pals all the ammunition they need to fight the construction of the new hospital. Those places, they have a bad rep, but the good ones, they can really help people. You know how I said I studied to become a priest, but never took my orders? That's because
He was in a psychiatric hospital.
I felt so lost. I couldn't enjoy the things I used to like. I could barely get myself out of bed. So I ended up going to a psychiatric hospital. And the doctors, they helped me get back on my feet. But when I returned to my hometown, it was like I had become a complete stranger. My mother kept telling me I was making it worse in my head, but I swear, people were changing sidewalks when they saw me, looking at me as if I was this dangerous creature all of a sudden. That's why I didn't tell you that.
What?
Call it coincidence or fate, but that psychiatric hospital, it's the same one Paul went to. I've met him there, talked to him a bit. I'm sorry I didn't say anything before.
It's okay. I get why you didn't.
You do?
You know how I tell everyone that my mom's sick, bedridden? Well, it's true, but I always leave out the part about her illness not being physical. I'm ashamed of the truth. So even though I don't know exactly what you went through, I can understand.
Thank you for telling me. I know it's not an easy thing to talk about, but if you ever want to talk about your mom, I'm here. They're here. Promise me you'll be careful with the information you share.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
I didn't want to touch the body, to be clear. She did. I wonder what the whole thing with Beth would have been like. Is she like a love interest if you had played as, like, with her as your acolyte? Is that the word
Miss
they
Roy?
used?
Miss Roy. Miss Roy,
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
I don't want to say we had the ice pick, because then they're gonna say we stabbed him. I'm gonna lie. I'm too afraid.
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But the box wasn't locked.
That was lucky.
Yes. Very.
Did you go near the ice machine at any point today?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
So, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I just assumed. What with all the blood. It just didn't look like an accident, you know?
I see. Would you say you're an observant person, Miss Roy?
I think I would, yes.
Good. Then maybe you can help me fill in a few details about this case.
I'll do my best.
We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
I don't really know anything about him. He seems nice, though.
Nice. I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh?
We found out that Mr. Spade is fresh out of a madhouse. When we called the place, they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
Isn't he the one that smashed the thing at the door? What do you mean take a stand? I'm stupid. It's been a long day. I kind of think he could have killed him now. And I know Andrew doesn't want us to say that, but... The problem is it could be Anne, it could be Marcella, it could be him. I mean, he could have intruded... That was this morning, though. What time is it now? It wasn't the morning. It was we're getting to the end of the workday. There's blood on the notebook. Unless they killed him and the blood got on him. I'm gonna say no.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet, Miss Roy. The victim's wife, Marcella Cruz. Apparently she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
I don't know much. Only that she looks like a loving, caring wife.
Really? That's odd, because we learned a lot about Mrs. Cruz when we went through her room. And let's just say that loving, caring wife are not the first words that would come to mind.
Oh?
She's a lesbian, involved in some sordid affair with the guest from room 507, Mrs. Beaumont. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, you know, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
I literally just cleaned the room, dude.
No, I didn't hear any of that.
I didn't even see them.
All right, then.
Can I leave now?
Yes, you can. Thank you for your cooperation, Miss Roy.
I mean,
We'll be in touch
technically,
if we
I
have any
didn't
more questions.
hear any of that. I really hope I didn't screw that up. Maybe it's not over.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough. The atmosphere is so different in here. Will it ever feel like it'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens? Without Eugene, the lobby will be a swimming pool by the end of the month.
Why can't
Will
we?
the rest of the building even be standing?
Why can't we clean?
I'm not going back up there.
Where are we supposed to go?
I'll need a mop to clean the puddle. With all the leaks, I'm sure there's one nearby.
Maybe it's over. Oh, are we able to go in this area then? Maybe. I feel like we're nearing the end, so I'm just gonna keep going. And if it ends up being like 5 hours, this will be cut in half. It's like literally there's nothing here. Okay.
I'll go empty my locker.
Andrew,
Hey,
are you okay?
I've just been fired.
What? No,
It's okay. I just need some time to process it. I'll be on the mezzanine if you want to join me afterwards.
yeah.
How did he get fired?
Yeah, okay.
I only messed up once. And it wasn't a... Oh, we're getting fired.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
I'm not sure, actually. Your phone call was a bit vague.
Yes, well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act. Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Thank you.
I'm not done. The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes, why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
What do we do? Do we quit with Andrew and go somewhere else? We quit.
You can't fire me. Because I quit.
Sure. I fire you, you quit. It's all the same to me. Just make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
Hey,
Hey,
what a week.
you don't say. So what did Bernard want with you?
Well, he was being kind of a jerk, so I quit.
You what?
I quit. I figured there was no point in staying if you were leaving.
I'm flattered, but that really wasn't necessary.
I think it's for the best.
I didn't want to make her go
Did
clean the room.
Bernard say why he was firing you?
Well, I told him about my time at the psychiatric hospital.
Really?
Yeah. He said that didn't fit with the hotel's standards and showed me the door.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'd like to be my own boss. No more Bernard looking over my shoulder. I've had this dream for a while of
Aw.
maybe opening a bookstore.
I can't say I'm surprised.
It just makes so much sense. I'd be able to combine the two things I love most, reading books and helping people. Granted, helping people find books is a far cry from helping them find God, but
My mom likes to say there's no job too small. Plus, just by the way you're talking about it, it's obvious it'd make you happy. And that's what really matters, I think.
yeah, you're right. Thank you. I'm really glad I have you in my life.
Me too. What do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
What do you think?
I don't know. I wish they'd get a happy ending, but I'm not sure it's that kind of story.
I'd like to believe it is. I think Paul becomes a famed photographer. He gets his own studio and decorates it like a hotel bathroom. As for Anne and Marcella, they move in together. But they keep leaving each other notes in the vents. You know, for old time's sake.
I like it. Maybe you should write that.
Maybe I will.
I thought Paul was older. I don't know why. You chose to stand up to Bernard and quit, but now you have no money. Oh yeah, I was afraid of that. I'll read that in a minute. He completed the game. Here's his bookstore. This looks a little loud. I want to redo something at the end really quick and see if we get a different ending. Okay. So, here's my idea. What if... I saw there's multiple endings. So, what if we go back to the last section and we erase everything connecting them two ladies together? Because then that boy Michael won't have to go live with his dad. He likes staying with his mom. So what if we do that really quick? Which I think I did really good with the whole question thing. Because if you said any information, then they would know we're snooping. I don't think we can save Andrew's job, but let's do that. So let's, anything that connects them. Let's see what happens. What's this book? What's this? Curious. Sorry, Hector, but I want to see what happens.
Hello? Is anyone in?
These aren't the rooms I cleaned. Okay, we got a lot of cleaning to do, so I'm just probably gonna speed it up really quick. Because we got a lot of films to throw away. Forgot to check. So the ending thing said, you chose to stand up to Bernard and quit, but now you have no money and a lot of regrets. 29% of people restored power. Okay, so let's see if Andrew keeps his job. We're gonna have to keep our job because we will have no money. And then we will be on the streets, which I didn't think about that. Maybe we can leave the perfume or the lipstick because I got rid of the cup. So no one's even gonna. I didn't even clean this room. Oh my god. Well, because I wasn't supposed to be in here. Okay. Man, I was crying about the no towels earlier in the game, and now there's like a million and I didn't pick any of them up. Nothing there. Okay, I think that's all of the notes. Leave the cat collar in case they come back. What's that? Oh. I thought it was something different. Okay. What's this? Grammar. Alright. It's a Bible? Yeah. Alright, that's it for this room. What's in the bathroom? Any notes? There's murder at the bottom of that. Okay. Oh, money. Oh, this is it. Okay. Oh yeah, I was already here. Did I get rid of the book though? Okay. And I'm done. Alright, I'm gonna skip to the interrogation, and if it's exactly the same, I'm just gonna skip
Is
ahead.
everything okay?
Miss Roy,
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Pause. So the only thing I did differently in the talking to Andrew part before the cops came was instead of saying yes, I thought Paul did it, I said no. And then she said, well, what about the affair? Do you think the affair could have been a reason for murder, and then he just said the same thing. Didn't matter. I'm gonna say the same thing
Well,
here.
Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
Gonna lie.
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But the box wasn't locked.
That was lucky.
Yes. Very.
Did you go near the ice machine at any point today?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
So, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
Who wouldn't say
That's
that?
possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I just assumed. What with all the blood. It just didn't look like an accident, you know?
I see. Would you say you're an observant person, Miss Roy?
I'm
interested to see what happens at this point.
Yes,
Good. Then maybe you can help me fill in a few details about this case.
I'll do my best.
We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
I don't know anything about him.
I don't really know anything about him. He seems nice, though.
Nice. I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh?
We found out that Mr. Spade is fresh out of a madhouse. When we called the place, they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
Save him.
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines.
Shit, they're the
and
big
You
rat
don't
in the
seem
beginning.
to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet, Miss Roy. The victim's wife, Marcela Cruz. Apparently she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
I don't know much. Only that she looks like a loving, caring wife.
Does she? All right then.
Can I leave now?
Yes, you can. Thank you for your cooperation,
No,
Miss
we
Roy.
didn't say
We'll be in
Paul,
touch
though.
if we have any
I
more
bet they
questions.
opened his briefcase. And I can't go back that far. I mean, I can, but... Let's see what happens. Surely they can't just arrest him because he had one fight and he's from the psychiatric hospital. I got rid of, like, everything else. Now we'll keep our job.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. The atmosphere is so different in
Let me
here.
get the
It'll
mop.
probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
I'll go empty my locker.
Andrew,
Hey,
are you okay?
I've just been fired.
What? No,
I wonder if Beth gets fired if they find out. Like, what if she's the love interest
I
and
suppose you know why you're here?
they say she's a homosexual and they fire her, or a lesbian. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure actually. Your phone call was a bit vague.
Yes, well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, It's quite uncomfortable to have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Thank you.
I'm not done. The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I want you to clean it up. If you don't do it, you're fired.
Okay. I'll take care of it.
Good. Well, what are you waiting for? Get to work.
Oh, now?
Yes, now. That'll be all.
Jerk.
What a week.
You don't say. So what did Bernard want with you?
He wants me to clean the mess on the 5th floor.
He does? After everything you've been through up there? I can't believe it.
Yeah. I wish I would have stood up to him, but I really need this job.
It's okay. I know you do.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Well, I told him about my time at the psychiatric hospital.
Really?
Yeah. He said that didn't fit with the hotel's standards and showed me the door.
So, what's next for you?
I've had this dream for a while of maybe opening a bookstore.
Just by the way you're talking about it, it's obvious it'd make you happy.
I'm really glad I have you in my life.
Me too.
Let's see what she says about
Been
this.
thinking about Paul a lot.
Oh, really? Should I be jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what he went through. And you as well. How you've been ashamed of something you have no control over. How I've been ashamed of my own mother. I don't want to be ashamed of her anymore. And I don't want to be ashamed of you.
Well, then let's be shameless together. Look, it may be hard at first, but I have a feeling a wind of change is about to blow. One day, struggling with your own mind won't be any more shameful than having chickenpox.
I really hope that's true.
It will be.
I want to know who did it. It's gonna be him. He's in jail, Lindsay's alone, but they'll be together with the kid at least. We'll go back one more time. Thanks to your actions, Anna and Marcelo avoided prison. I'm gonna go back again to right before the murder stuff happens. We're gonna open the briefcase, get rid of his mental hospital stuff, and pray that gives us the good ending with everybody happy. I can't go back and fix Andrew's thing because that's way too far back. I'm hoping this changes the outcome. I'm gonna not talk about it.
You already have
Maybe
so
then
much
he
on your mind.
won't open up to Bernard. Oh my god.
What did you do after
Hold on.
restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember
I can't
what
turn
you
the
said
music
to
off,
the operator?
but I
The
think I screwed up.
exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
So,
What makes you so sure it was murder?
okay, so hold on. I wasn't paying attention. I think I made an impact by getting rid of the other guy's thing. So, sorry, I can't remember. They asked me about have I been by the ice machine again? And I said, no, never. And then they said they found my shoe size by the ice machine. Which is weird because I did exactly the same thing I did the last time, but the only difference is this time I got rid of the medical paperwork for that guy. So I'm gonna just film here.
I just assumed.
They said my
What
shoe
with all the
size, and I said, isn't that
blood?
common?
It just didn't look like an accident, you know?
I see. Would you say you're an observant person, Miss Roy?
I think I would, yes.
Good. Then maybe you can help me fill in a few details about this case.
I'll do my best.
We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
I don't really know anything about him. He seems nice, though.
You wouldn't be trying to protect him, would you, Miss Roy? Because that could land you in jail.
No, I'm not.
Let's try something else then. The victim's wife, Marcella Cruz. Apparently she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
We're gonna go to jail, aren't we?
I don't know much. Only that she looks like a loving, caring wife.
Does she? It's very odd. Both Mr. Spade and Mrs. Cruz are prime suspects in this case, and yet we have very little evidence on either of them. It's almost as if someone has cleaned up after them. I really hope I'm wrong, though, because if I'm right, that would be obstruction of justice, and the people, or person, responsible could face very serious consequences. But hey, I guess we'll know soon enough.
We're still going to jail. I screwed up. Let's see what she says about Bernard.
Bernard sounded really dejected on the phone.
Going to jail.
Time to see what that's about, I guess.
So, I suppose you know why you're here?
I'm gonna say no, but it's probably the murder one.
I'm not sure, actually. Your phone call was a bit vague.
Well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. As you may be aware, the hotel's reputation has taken a solid hit. We've been mocked and ridiculed by the papers. It's truly humiliating. And that's not even the worst of it. With a story like this, guests may not flood through our doors again for a very long time. If ever, I may have no choice but to sell the hotel. Just years of arduous work gone down the drain. Anyway, it's clear now that we're going to have to tighten our belts for at least a couple of months, which means cutting off dead weight.
I suppose I'm the dead weight.
Yes. I mean, not you specifically, but some of your colleagues certainly are. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Thank you.
I'm not done. The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes. Why not?
I
We're not
found
arrested.
a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
Okay. I'll take care of it.
Good. Well, what are you waiting for? Get to work.
Oh, now?
Yes, now. That'll be all.
I thought I was gonna say the cops called and they're coming to get us. I think if I didn't screw up in the beginning and get Andrew lectured, he would probably still be here. But
Hey.
yeah,
Hey,
he would.
What a week.
Well, actually, I don't know. He'll say it now.
you don't say.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Oh, well, he told me I wasn't as efficient as I used to be. Gave me this ultimatum. I said I couldn't handle any more pressure, so he showed me the door. With his new budget cuts, I had a feeling something like this would happen.
So, what's next for you?
I'd be able to combine the two things I love most, reading books and helping people.
It's obvious it'd make you happy.
I'm really glad I have you in my life.
Me too.
I'm not really invested in this, but in case there's somebody that watched me do this like 3 times and you're like invested in this.
Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
Please do.
That was...
Yeah, it was.
So then Beth would have been the other option. I wonder if she would have gotten fired though, because like he asked if he was a homosexual. I wonder if he would have been like, are you a lesbian? Because she's not dating anybody, I don't think, either.
Maybe you should write that.
Maybe I will. Hey, it's that detective. What's he doing here?
No, they're here for me.
Let's not make a scene, all right?
A scene? What's going on?
Andrew, it's okay.
I warned you where obstruction of justice would get you, Miss Roy. So here we are. You're under arrest.
What? This is nonsense. What are you doing? You can't just... You can't... They can't just...
Oh my god, don't tell me he ends up in a psychiatric hospital. I will cry. Shit. I knew it. Oh. Okay. Okay, I don't think we were. I don't think we were. So Paul avoided prison. He's a photographer. He visits Lindsay. Okay. They left. I wonder if that's like the husband or they're just like looking back just for dramatic effect, you know? Okay. So they worked out. Where are we? I'll read them then. Okay, so we're with Andrews. And we're out. Maybe not. Doesn't he have his bookstore? I mean, he probably still does. Alright, now let's read those things that came up on Steam. Okay, so... It says, Dead and Gone... Dead End and Gone. Thanks to your actions, no one was sent to prison. Oh. Just, hold on, I just moved them all. Thanks to your actions, no one was sent to prison and the police is at an impasse. It said that we kissed Andrew. Method acting, thanks to your actions, Paul avoided prison. With no deviants to blame for his failures, Bernard gave the hotel back to his brother. And this bed you made tampered with evidence and got caught. Now, there's still 9 more achievements. So long, Linda. You protected Wendy, which caused Linda to get fired. Writing on the wall. You found all 3 of Wendy and Jacques' kissing spots. Oh, was I supposed to click on them? I saw 2 at least. Wendy gets the boot. We didn't keep Wendy from getting fired. Fire and life. You opened up the safe in 509. Made some... I didn't see that as an option. Put money into your tip jar so you can go to Paris. Where's our tip jar? Oh, that's in the locker room. Live to fix another day. You protected Eugene so he did not get fired. Bernard whispered. You managed to talk your way out of Bernard's questions without involving your acolyte. You chose Beth, or you cleaned the puddle. Okay. I want to know who the culprit is. I feel like... Well, I did see something that it said somebody in 504, which is, I think, the original room that we started in. Maybe we were supposed to snoop back in there at the end. Honestly, I think we should redo this game, and then I'll replay it. Not now. I need time. But I think we'll replay it and try to hit all the achievements I didn't hit, and try for a different ending. And then we'll see what happens. If I can get everybody away with murder? Well, I don't think they committed the murder. But let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more games. I'm going to be doing some makeup looks next month. This is one of them. And yeah, thanks for watching.